Hello and welcome or welcome back. This reading we are going to explore how much Spirit loves you. We're going to look at all the ways or some of the ways that Spirit wants you to know that you are loved. We are going to look at what specifically Spirit loves about you. I'm so excited to do this reading because I feel that everyone, all of us, need to know that we are not alone and that we are loved. So this is what we're doing today. We'll have 3 piles. We have pile 1 with this jar of blue stones. We have pile 2 with this jar of clear stones. They might look white on camera, but they are clear. And we have pile 3 with these pink stones. So use your intuition, pause the video if needed, and go ahead and choose your pile, and I will be right back with pile 1. Hi pile 1. If you chose the jar of blue stones, this is your pile. I'll set these stones just off to the side. Okay. And we are going to use tarot today. The first thing that we are going to look at is the qualities about you specifically that Spirit really loves about you. So we are going to do some shuffles and dive right into this. Spirit, what do you love about pile 1? What qualities about pile 1 do you absolutely love about them? What do you want pile 1 to know that they possess these qualities and you love them for it? And we're going to actually use 2 decks for this question. So I'm going to get you some more cards. Spirit, what do you love about pile 1? What do you love about them? What do you want them to know that you love about pile 1? What qualities about pile 1 make them especially lovable? Spirit, how do you love pile 1? What qualities does pile 1 possess that you love about them? What do they need to know about how they are so lovable? Okay, pile 1, let's get right into your cards. 5 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and 4 of Pentacles. Awesome, pile 1. So one thing that I'm getting right away is that Spirit really loves about you how you're willing to really go for your desires and go for what you want, that you're willing to stand up for what you believe in and make it known to others. And I believe that we see that here in the 5 of Swords, that you are very driven towards your goals and desires. Now, typically the Five of Swords isn't always the most loved card in the deck. It can speak of winning at any cost. However, this is what Spirit loves about you. So I don't feel that more traditional meaning is what's implied here. I feel like rather the meaning of this card in this particular placement of your reading, pile one, is saying that what Spirit really loves about you is the amount of drive you have, the mental focus that you have towards your goals, that you do not allow yourself to be dissuaded from your goals. Pile one, Spirit really loves the way you nurture and care for yourself, the way that you cultivate, learn, and practice self-love and self-nurturing, the way that you see your own value. Spirit wants you to know that they love this about you. Also, the way you have a somewhat playful energy, the way you act with others, the way you get along with others, the way you play with others. I'm hearing specifically plays well with others. And Spirit wants you to know that they love this about you. Spirit wants you to know, pile one, that it loves the way, again, this is related to the Five of Swords in this situation for this reading and in this particular spread. It's related to the Five of Swords in the way you take stable, steady steps towards your goal. So you are very mentally focused towards your goals, desires, and what you want, and you take very concrete steps forward to achieve them. You are loved by Spirit because you do not allow yourself to be defeated in the face of adversity. You will stand up for what you believe in, for what you think is right, and you will stand up for your goals and desires in order to make them happen. Spirit loves how you have this energy of stability and care for your material possessions, that you have them in balance and you take good care of I hear your personal possessions, but also that of the world, that you are not careless with things or even people around you. And that goes along with the compassion and even a little bit with the self-love, that you care about what is around you, and Spirit loves that. Keeper of spells, keeper of visions, Four of Visions, Nine of Boons, 10 of Spells, and Sunlight. Beautiful. Okay. Pile one. Spirit loves how you are passionate about what you care about. Along with this mental focus and willingness to have the drive and desire, you also have great passion. And I feel that this quality really nurtures that mental focus, and that's what keeps this Five of Swords from maintaining the energy of that winning at all cost energy. Instead of that, you are passionate. You bring a sense of passion and enthusiasm into all of your desires. With the Keeper of Visions right under this Ace of Cups, that's beautiful. I feel that your care and nurturing for yourself and others is very, very deep. We see this fish almost at the very bottom of this body of water, because we see rocks and shells indicating the bottom depths of this body of water. So your emotions tend to run very deep and stable and nurturing towards both yourself and others. With the 4 visions under the 3 of Cups, not only do you play well with others and take time to have friendships and fun, but you also are able to maintain a balance, to know when it's time to take a rest and go within and be alone. Spirit loves about you, Pile 1, that you maintain this really healthy balance of having a social life, yet also the balance of going within. So having that very healthy balance is something that Spirit really loves about you, Pile 1. Spirit also loves that you are very nurturing within your home, that you take slow, steady, stable steps towards your desires, and also that those desires really do add to the betterment, if that's a word. If that's not a word, throw it in the comments and say that I'm making up words. But your desires make your surroundings better. This is a very generous sort of way of using material possessions or desires. Generous in the sense that what you desire increases the environment for everyone who comes in contact with it. Just as an example, because I feel like I'm having trouble articulating this concept that I'm receiving. As an example would be if you were decorating your home and you wanted to add a chair, maybe an accent chair. Maybe you usually like to hang out and sit on your couch, or you have a chair that's your favorite, but you're considering adding another seating element for when you have guests. You would choose a chair or seating element that when someone came in and entered your home, they would truly enjoy being in that space. So you would choose something that perhaps you love for its aesthetic, or you love the way it looks, but you would also consider how it makes others feel, even though it's for you and the primary focus is your item. You keep others in mind, others' comfort, others' happiness. And because of this, your environment is something that is very, very nurturing and healing just by being in it for yourself and others. With this 10 of Spells here, not only are you willing to stand up for yourself, your desires, your beliefs, and your values, but you might also have a little bit of ability to do that for others as well. The word that's coming to mind could be advocate. So you're also willing to stand up for others. At times you may even be willing to fight for others. That you believe in the values of others as well as yourself. And Spirit loves that about you. Pile 1. Let me look at this. I mean, this is the Sunlight card. Now, this deck, I believe, also has the Sun as well as Sunlight. Let me look that up real quick. I apologize for the delay. I just want a little bit more information. Maybe that this deck doesn't have the Sun as well as Sunlight. Okay, so this is the Sun card for this deck. Okay, so this card is about This is the Sun card in this deck. It is about finding your way through difficulties for this deck. It is about receiving good fortune. But what's really standing out to me is that this says, this is the light that breaks through illusion. This is the force that initiates, sustains, empowers. Life-giving sunlight always finds its way through even the most tangled and forbidding forests. So I feel that along with this Four of Pentacles, this care of, in that the Four of Pentacles goes along with this Nine of Wands card in this spread, talking about how you care about your surroundings, you nurture your surroundings, you approach your material life in a very nurturing way, and that this brings joy to yourself and others. You have the unique gift and ability to use your surroundings and use even your possessions to create happiness in yourself and others. And I don't just mean by accruing objects and having many material things. I mean that this is a unique and special skill of you knowing material items that can add value to your life and the life of others in a very unique and healing way. And that's very unique. Most people do not possess that quality. I think that is beautiful. And these are just some of the reasons, pile one, why Spirit loves you. This is what Spirit most wants you to know, that it loves about you. So the next thing that I would like to look at, and we're going to use this deck for this, is what does Spirit want you to know about divine love? So is there any information about the topic of divine love that Spirit wants you to become aware of? So this is for my pile one. What does Spirit want you to know about the topic of divine love? So this may be loving lessons for you to learn, or just information about divine love itself for you to consider. What does Spirit want pile one to know about divine love? Okay, we have the Hanged Man and the Chariot. What a wonderful combination to have right next to each other. Oh my goodness, pile one. The Star. Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles. And Knight of Swords. Oh my goodness. That's so beautiful. Okay, oh my goodness, pile one. Okay, let's get into this. Okay. So what I'm receiving is that what Spirit wants you to know about the topic of divine love is cultivating a balance of knowing when to learn and receive versus when to act and move forward. So I can see why this potentially could be information for you coming in, because we see your passionate and focus towards your desires. So you may need at times to balance that passionate focus, because that's a very high drive to your desires. So one thing about divine love could potentially be learning about the concept of divine timing and not just learning about the concept, but learning how it works for you personally in your life. We have the star with inspiration and hope, listening to your inner wisdom. So I feel that both separately and together with the Hanged Man in the Chariot, Spirit might want to bring to your attention exploring the issue of trusting in Spirit and trusting in the universe. Exploring how that topic can be relied upon when discovering your divine timing for each task, as well as relying upon it to trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing, trusting that that love is always present. With the Page of Swords here, we see learning some truth, cultivating mental clarity and truth within your life. I feel that one thing about divine love that may be coming into your awareness is how to discern the promptings and voice of divine love and not discount it. With the Page of Pentacles coming in, we have learning how to use divine love in a practical way and rely upon it. And the Knight of Swords. Again, I'm getting a message of trust, trusting that Spirit and the universe is working for you. And I hear often many people say to trust that all things are happening for you, that all things are happening for your benefit, and that cultivating this type of attitude can really help love and blessings rush into your life quicker. Now, I don't mean that in a toxic positivity way, but I do mean it in seeing the good and lessons in all things that happen to us. Okay, pile one, the last thing that we're going to look at for your reading today about how and why Spirit loves you is just any additional information or messages that maybe I didn't cover. So we're just going to see what comes out here. And I'm just going to push these up a little bit, make a little room. So any additional information about Spirit loving pile one that I didn't think to ask about. Anything else Spirit wants you to know about divine love. Additional information about how Spirit loves pile one. Okay, let's see what we have. Four of Cups. Again, you had the Four of Cups. Somewhere, was it here? We have the Four of Visions here. We have Four of Cups here. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. The Lovers. And Five of Swords again. So you have some repeating cards coming out in different decks. So I'm going to emphasize those things for you. Let me just push everything up so you can see the cards. So that's better. So what Spirit is emphasizing for you, pile 1, is the 5 of Swords. We talked about the mental clarity and the drive, the mental drive and the focus that you have towards your desires and goals. So Spirit loves that about you, but we also, this card shows a little bit more of the darker energy of winning at all costs. So make sure that you are tempering your drive forward and your mental focus, that you're not doing it to the extent that could potentially harm yourself or others. I don't feel that you would do it intentionally, pile 1. But if you have a very strong focus, maybe even a type of hyper focus that unaware people could potentially get hurt, or maybe their feelings hurt because you're so focused on what you want that you forget to take that time to really consider how it's affecting others. And I feel that you're very good at seeing how your actions affect others. Just in this one situation, just be a little extra aware. Now, if you take a little time and become extra aware and you see that it's not a problem for you, then congratulations. Let that message go. It doesn't apply to you. Or if you take the time and say, maybe there is a little room for improvement for me in this area, because I can get so focused and driven that sometimes I may neglect others' needs, then consider if making adjustments is right for you. And we have this 4 of Cups here. Now, when you had the 4 of Cups before, we talked about how you are very skilled at maintaining a very healthy balance between socializing and spending time on your own. Spirit would really like it if you added into your healthy balance, taking time to perhaps consider Spirit. And the reason why I say that is because this young person here is very much looking at this cup with a lot of interest. Sometimes in some decks, the 4 of Cups can show someone not very interested, but this young person is very interested in what Spirit has to show them. So perhaps meditation or some other activity. Maybe for you it's being out in nature or lighting a candle, whatever that means for you. Connecting, especially with this mushroom here, I'm getting connecting with Spirit can help you feel that love coming from Spirit and cultivate some really great qualities within yourself and help you feel that love coming to you. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel that you are ready to, or that the opportunity to deepen your connection with the love of Spirit, I feel that that's available to you right now, that you are leveling up in your understanding of how much you are loved in this universe, how much Spirit really does love you, how you're not alone. I feel that you are ready for a shift in this consciousness. Explore it on a deeper level and feel it within you in a much deeper level than you were previously. And I think that's also reflected in this next card with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very abundant, stable queen, and we see you standing in this abundant energy of divine love. Spirit would like you to know, pile 1, that one thing you can do with your worries, fears, or uncertainty is to release and surrender those worries, fears, and uncertainties to Spirit and receive love in those challenging times. We also have the owl here. It looks like it's about to swoop into the window. That doing that activity could potentially make room, especially within your mental body, to receive additional wisdom, support, and encouragement. And the last thing that Spirit wants you to know, Pile 1, is simply that yes, you are loved. You're not alone. You are loved. Thank you so much, Pile 1. This was your reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a like. And if you would like to, please hit the subscribe and be informed of all future readings. Thank you so much. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome, welcome. If you chose the jar with the clear stones, I know it might look white on camera, but they are clear stones. This is your pile. And today we are looking at how Spirit loves you. The first thing that we are going to look at today with tarot, it's all tarot today, is what specific qualities does Spirit love about you, Pile 2. So we're going to just look at some of them because there are so many ways that you are loved that I cannot possibly list all of them. So we'll find some of them. What does Spirit want you to know about the qualities of Pile 2 that you are specifically and especially loved for? Now, these cards are pre-shuffled. My environment can sometimes be quite loud. I have a lot of neighbors. I don't live in the quietest place, so I did have to pause for quite a while, and I literally shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled for you. So I feel like maybe you just needed some extra shuffling while I allowed my environment to quiet again. I'm using 2 decks for this question. What qualities about Pile 2 does Spirit especially love about you? What does Spirit want you to know about what you are specifically, what you specifically are loved for? Okay, Pile 2, let's take a look. Justice, the Hanged Man, 4 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Magician. Awesome. I think that I know that the Knight of Pentacles came out, I think, in this deck for Pile 1, and it was either in this position or this position here. So you have that in common with Pile 1. But you specifically, Pile 2, are loved by Spirit for many ways, in many ways. One way, one reason, one quality that you possess that Spirit really loves about you is how fair and just you are. I'm hearing the word integrity. So you have a very high level of personal integrity. You are fair and just to all. You do what is right even when no one is looking. You have very high integrity, so much so that Spirit absolutely loves you for it, Pile 2. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man in this reading, in this position, tells me that you are willing to halt any progress or any activity you have in order to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Your integrity and sense of justice is so great that you will even allow it to pause your desires in order to learn more, in order to learn how it's going to affect your future and the future of those around you. 4 of Wands. Pile 2, you are loved by Spirit for the amount of happiness you create in your immediate environment and family. And when I say family, whatever your family unit is, that is what you create stability and harmony for. Perhaps in your friend group, perhaps in your romantic relationships, perhaps for your pets, perhaps creating a happy home within your home environment for yourself. Spirit loves you because you create happiness and stability for yourself and your chosen family. Knight of Pentacles. Pile 2, Spirit really loves how you take steady, stable, and timely steps towards your desires and goals. That you really consider and put a lot of thought and consideration to what you do and how you do it. Spirit loves you for the amount of stability that you have within your life, that you've created in your life. And Spirit really loves about your manifestation ability, that you are powerful. Spirit, one quality about you, Pile 2, that Spirit loves is how you create and also what you create. We have Keeper of Boons, 7 of Challenges, the Enchanter's Wheel, 2 of Spells, Seeker of Boons, right under the King of Pentacles. That's interesting. And the oh my goodness, Pile 2. You have the Enchanter, which is the Magician of this deck, underneath the Magician. So I feel like I didn't cover everything that I need to about your manifestation quality and how Spirit loves it. We'll come back to it. Now, as I go through these cards, I want you to remember that these are the qualities that you possess, that Spirit loves about you. So some of the meanings of these cards are going to reflect their position and the topic of this reading. So I can already see a few things that aren't immediately like the traditional meaning of the card. And in particular, what I mean is the 7 of Challenges, but we'll get there. Keeper of Boons. Yes. And I believe this is the King of Pentacles. So you have this energy showing up twice, and also under this Justice card. So again, it's Spirit's emphasizing the one quality you possess that you are loved for is this very stable energy, that you have mastered your stability, especially within your home or main environment, wherever you spend the most time or consider home, that you have created a very stable, profitable environment. It's underneath the Justice card, so you are able to see what you need and what you need in your home and what you need in your life, and create it in a very healthy, positive way. With this 7 of Challenges card, I'm seeing that you take others into consideration. I see that this is a reflection of your integrity. I see that part of your integrity is that in your very core of way you behave and act in the world around you is that you consider others to a high degree. It's very important to you that you don't hurt anyone, that you have this as a quality within you. Underneath the Hanged Man card, I see that if you are engaging in an activity or endeavor or desire, and you realize that it could potentially harm someone else in any way, that you're willing to put a stop to it. You may also be willing to put a stop to others if you see them harming someone else, that you care very much about your personal integrity and that you care about the integrity of those around you, and that everyone is acting in a fair and healthy way. Pile 2, Spirit loves the way that you move your life forward. And that's especially with these two magicians underneath each other, that you are skilled in knowing how to move forward and allowing things to happen, that you allow happiness around you to flourish and grow. I apologize for the motorcycle going by. Like I told you, I'm not in a very quiet environment. I'll just let that go. But I allowed the sounds in my environment to hold me back from doing these readings for a long time when I had this desire to start putting my work out there. But I decided I really wanted to do this. And I apologize for interjecting your reading with this story, but I promise I'm getting somewhere. So what I decided was that I would learn what all these sounds indicated. And as I go through my readings, if a sound came up, I would see, okay, this is divine timing with this sound. How does it fit in with what's going on right now? Well, we just had a motorcycle go by as we were talking about spirit loving how you move forward. So I feel that the way in which you allow things to unfold within your life, the way that you allow events to propel you forward, just like that motorcycle going by, is one quality about you that you are loved for. Pile 2. The 2 of Spells here. Let me take a moment to look at it. Okay. I apologize for the delay. Remember, you can always change the playback speed if I ever start to get a little slow in my explanation, or if I ever need a moment to understand the messages that I'm receiving. Okay, so what I'm getting about this card and how it's related to the Knight of Pentacles, we talked about you taking slow, steady, stable steps to creating within your life. One of the reasons why you may take your time in action and take your time to make your actions so stable is because you consider yourself to not only be acting for yourself, but to be acting in the greater world around you, whether that means the people particularly close to you, like your family, or even the world at large. I feel that your actions, just like these dots of light here, these little stars, your very actions of moving forward rain down inspiration and enlightenment to those around you. And you are loved for that. We have the Seeker of Boons right under this King of Pentacles. So you may love research. You may love learning. Now I know that the Seeker of Boons, well, it can be about learning. This card can absolutely be about learning. I feel that you do a lot of research and put a lot of thought into what you allow into your life and what you create within your life. And you are loved for that. Okay, we have the Enchanter, the Magician, underneath the Magician. The Magician talks a lot about having the tools that you need to manifest or create or achieve your goals in your life. And you have this doubled up. And Spirit loves you for it. Spirit loves everything everything about this. I'm so excited I'm stumbling over my words. And this is how amazing this is. I want to really look at the imagery of this card because I'm really led to. We have an owl speaking of wisdom. We have books here talking of learning. We see him focused on this ring. There's a key, there's a bird head, there's some sticks, and then we see, because I don't know how clearly you can see, but then we see tiny little branches growing up, almost like saplings being sprouted. And then we have swirls of light emanating up. We have all these books and papers in the background. It looks like a globe, or is it called an astrolabe? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but one of those old-timey mechanisms that they used, I believe, to simulate the motions of the Earth and other planets in the solar system. I think I have that terminology correct. Looks like we have this in the corner. We have bottles here. So Spirit, what Spirit loves about you is the completeness. Look, we have drawers here. It looks like drawers that traditionally would hold herbs. Spirit loves that you take the time to gather all the tools that you need, including all the information, all the wisdom you need. And then when you create, it just turns into something absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, pile 2. And those are just some of the ways, those are just some of the qualities that you possess that Spirit really loves about you. Okay, I'm just making some more room for some more cards. The next thing I'd like to look at for you, pile 2, is what Spirit would like to tell you about the topic of divine love, about the topic of how Spirit loves you and why Spirit loves you. So maybe some lessons that need to come in, or maybe just information that Spirit wants you to know. But what does Spirit want pile 2 to know about the topic of divine love? Okay. I'm glad I shuffled a lot before, because right now my shuffling isn't going well. It's like when you can do something fantastic until someone looks at you. I have a little bit of that going on. I'm a little bit in awe of those two magicians right there. Okay. What Spirit wants pile 2 to know about the topic of divine love. The shadow side, 6 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 7 of Wands, the Tower, and 9 of Wands. Okay, pile 2, you have some challenging cards here. So, and some challenging energies. So, what Spirit would like you to know about the topic of divine love, what Spirit would like you to know about the love Spirit has for you, is that it can be relied upon during challenging times and challenging topics. One message that I'm receiving right now is that when we feel that maybe we're making a mistake or not doing something right, sometimes we don't want other people to see or to notice it. I think that's a very human thing to do. We want people to see all of our beautiful qualities, and if we do something that we preferred that we did not, we don't want people to see it. And we can't really hide anything from Spirit, right? That doesn't work. But what can work, and what I'd like you to consider, is being okay with Spirit seeing some of the darker sides of you, maybe some of your mistakes, or maybe relying upon the love of Spirit when you have challenging energies or when you have healing to do. That is very much indicated here in the shadow side, that Spirit loves you even though you have a shadow side. We all do. We all have this. We are all on a healing journey, and you're part of that. And you having a shadow side does not negate any love that Spirit has for you. You can call upon the love of Spirit as you do any shadow work, if you need to do shadow work, as you confront challenging energies, even if they're about yourself, even if you make a mistake. We know that you have a very high level of integrity and high level of justice for yourself and those around you. That doesn't mean that you'll never make mistakes. And if you do make a mistake, you are loved just as much as if you did everything right. Spirit will always love you. You are not alone. You are very loved, even if you make a mistake. And that is something that Spirit wants you to know about divine love. We have the Six of Wands, which is traditionally a card of victory. Spirit wants you to know that when you celebrate your own personal victories, that Spirit is celebrating right along with you, that you have always been cheered for, that you have always been encouraged, whether you know it or not, and that you always will be. Spirit also, in addition to that message, is claiming your victory over your shadow side, even if that victory is not here for you yet. Spirit is already claiming your victory for you, already cheering for you. I have chills right now. Pile 2, I have absolute chills. I love when that happens during readings. Spirit is cheering you on, even if you're trying to hide, even if you don't want to look at it, even if you think you're bad. Spirit is cheering you on and already has your victory claimed. The next thing that we have is the Queen of Cups. What Spirit wants you to know about divine love. Yeah, similar message. How much compassion is available to you? Even if in the moment you are alone by yourself, even if in the moment you're not seeing compassion around you, that compassion envelops you and is available to you. Also, Spirit wants you to understand that it sees your compassion, that there may be times where you feel less than compassionate, but that Spirit always recognizes the compassion that lives within you. Okay, with this card in this position for this reading, what Spirit wants you to know, Pile 2, about divine love and love of Spirit. Oh, train's going by. Okay, so one meaning of the train passing is to highlight what I'm saying at this current moment. I talked about how I'm trying to work in the sounds of my environment. So one thing that Spirit wants you to know, Pile 2, about divine love is that Spirit's got your back, that you have a higher ground. In a lot of decks, this Seven of Wands depicts the person on a higher ground than the other ones coming at them. That Spirit believes in you, even if in moments of challenging situations, if you're not sure that you believe in yourself, well, Spirit believes in you all the time, no matter what. No matter what's happening. There's a train. Spirit's got your back. Spirit believes in you. And that's something that Spirit wants you to know about divine love. Okay, we have the Tower card. Spirit wants you to know that divine love is available to you and ever present in your life, even if it feels like everything is falling apart. Even in moments where clarity does not come easy to you, even in moments when you face disappointments and challenges, you are always loved. And we have the Nine of Wands. Spirit wants you to know that divine love can be very healing for you. Consider also, I'm hearing the message, consider also lowering your guard to allowing that divine love to come in and nurture you and enter your life. That is beautiful, pile 2. Okay, we have one more topic to explore. But just before I get there, I want to say that it was such an honor to read these cards for you. I think that you have really beautiful energies coming in. Okay, the last topic is, what additional messages does Spirit want you to know about this topic? And the reason I like to ask this is because I don't always ask the right questions. There might be something I didn't think of, or I forgot to ask, or that Spirit just wants you to know. So our last question is, what additional information would Spirit like to tell you about the topic of divine love and how much Spirit loves you? Pile 2. Okay, let's take a look. 8 of Cups, the Moon, Ace of Cups, 10 of Swords, the Devil, and Ace of Wands. Okay. Again, you do have some challenging energies, but I want you to remember the focus of this reading is divine love and how much Spirit loves you. So the meanings of these cards are slightly modified to reflect the love of Spirit and Spirit's love of you. So additional information, the 8 of Cups. Maybe don't be afraid to walk away from situations that don't meet with your highest version of yourself. We know, pile 2, that you have a very high level of integrity and sense of justice. So if situations around you don't meet your core values and morals and the way that you live your life, there may be situations around you that occasionally call for you to walk away and to turn your back on things to protect your personal integrity and justice. I am absolutely not telling you to walk away from anything. I'm just reading what the cards say. But I do want to tell you when that situation arises and when you feel like that is the correct course of action in situations, when that's correct for you, don't be afraid. Rely on the love of Spirit. Rely on the abundance of Spirit. We have the Moon. Sometimes you may have to rely a little bit more heavy on your intuition. Not have to. You never have to do anything. But it may be beneficial in some situations to feel the love of Spirit through the practice of intuition and emotions. Rather, because I feel that you do have a very developed, logical, rational side. So perhaps intuition doesn't always come as easy for you. You may be at times overthinking things. And if you catch yourself in times of overthinking, don't forget that you can always check in with your intuition. Ace of Cups. Spirit wants you to nurture and love yourself as much as Spirit loves you. Because Spirit loves you so much, and it wants to see you loving and nurturing yourself through all phases of the moon. So regardless of what's going on in your surroundings, and regardless of what's going on in your life, and regardless of where you are or how you are perceiving your current actions and situations, Spirit wants you to love yourself more. With the Ten of Swords, again, you do have some challenging energies. So in times, a lot like this Tower card, in times of uncertainty, in times of endings, in times of emotional pain or mental anguish, don't forget that there will always be a new day coming. There will always be a transformation and new energies coming in. With the Devil card, you can also rely on Spirit and the love of Spirit in times when you feel, I'm going to use the word stuck, but with the Devil card, we see it's not just stuck. It could mean addiction. It could mean feeling trapped. It could mean not knowing how to free yourself from a situation or energy. And I think that goes along with this Eight of Cups card, that I think there's times in everyone's life, no matter who we are, where there are times where we just need to free ourselves from something. And a great source of strength, inspiration can be the love that comes from Spirit, from knowing that you're not alone, from knowing that you're going to be loved at all times, no matter what, can be very freeing. We have the Ace of Wands. So an additional message for you about Divine Love, Pile 2, is knowing that there is always a new beginning. So we have, after needing to walk away, after a painful ending, after uncertainty, after the realization that you need to free yourself from something you feel trapped or ensnared by, the struggle of perhaps defending yourself, there's always that new beginning that's going to come for you. So Pile 2, this was so beautiful and powerful. Don't forget that you're the pile that had two magicians on top of each other. You are very powerful, and I see you with the tools, with the inner tools that you need to manifest whatever you would like to. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you want to, hit the subscribe button so that you're notified of future readings. Thank you so much. Welcome. Hi Pile 3. If you chose the bottle with the pink stones, this is your pile. And today we are talking about how Spirit loves you. The first thing that we're going to get into with two different tarot decks is what qualities about you specifically that Spirit loves about you. So as I was taking time to set up for your pile and do some pre-shuffling, I did have my cat, Nymphadora, come over and snuggle up in my lap, and my dog, Molly, lie down behind me. And so as I pre-shuffled, I was in the most wonderful, delightful pet sandwich. Nymphadora usually only shows up for a pile who might need a little bit of extra love. So I just want to let you know that she was here during your pre-shuffle process. She is now just kind of wandering around doing her own thing. Molly is snoozing happily behind me. So So if you needed a little extra love right now, my pets fully support you. You also chose the pink stones, so you may be in need of a little extra love and support. So let's tell you all about what qualities Spirit loves about you. Because who can love and support you more than Spirit? No one. I mean, I'm gonna try, but Spirit's really good at love. Very good at love. So let's get right into it, pile 3. The qualities about you specifically that Spirit loves about you, pile 3. Also want to just take a moment as I lay out your cards and shuffle the next deck to let you know how happy I am to be here reading for you. I love seeing all these energies come out, and I feel very grateful and humbled to learn about how wonderful you guys are, to how wonderful your energies are, and how, I mean, you guys are just amazing to me. I find you so inspiring and so amazing, and that's something I didn't expect starting this channel, was to absolutely just be in awe of the energies that are coming through. It's beautiful. Okay, pile 3, what about you specifically does Spirit love about you? And make sure that you can see everything. I've noticed that I have a tendency to be a little bit crooked on these cards, so I just want to make sure that they're straight for you, just so that you can see them. Okay, let's get right into it. Pile 3. We have the Death card. We have the 9 of Cups. So I instantly got a little, I'm going to take a sip of tea. Excuse me. I want to set your mind at ease immediately about this Death card. Keep in mind that this is a quality about you that Spirit loves, so don't start reading into some of these cards. The way they are presented in this particular spread, in these positions with this topic, are a little bit different than only the traditional meanings of these cards. So I see something very beautiful here. We have Page of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Excuse me. I can feel my throat getting a little choked up immediately. And I did have Nymphadora, come in, and she's here. She was snoozing in the other room happily, but now she's wandering around near me. So you may be in need of a little extra love. If so, I hope this message is very timely for you, pile 3. Okay, let's talk about your beautiful qualities. Some of the reasons. Now, I can't list all of the reasons that Spirit loves you, because there are so many, and because Spirit loves so completely and deeply, there isn't enough time in the universe to tell you all the ways and all the reasons that Spirit loves you, but we have at least a few of them here. Pile 3. Spirit loves the way that you handle transformation with this Death card. That with endings and new beginnings, I feel that Spirit really admires your grace and your strength. That as things, through the natural course of life, things end, things begin, things change. Things don't work out the way we always think it will. But the way that you're able to navigate those heavy transformational energies that come up through the course of your life, Spirit wants you to know that it loves you for that. With the Nine of Cups here, I see that Spirit loves you, pile 3, for the way that you dare to dream big, that you are not trying to keep yourself small in your life, that you are willing to be seen and go for really big aspirations and dreams, and you are very loved for that. With the Page of Wands, Spirit loves you for the way that you love to explore the world around you, that you have a very deep, innate thirst for knowledge and exploration, that you want to get the information about everything and explore as much as you can, that you want to see all the beauty and all the love that this life could possibly have for you. And this thirst for adventure, for knowledge, and for exploration is one of the reasons Spirit loves you. Spirit loves you because even in times of trial and tribulation, you know that there are good things around you. You see opportunities even in the darkest of times, which is probably one of the reasons why you're able to navigate challenging transitions with such grace and such faith. Because even when things are extremely challenging, even when you are very tested in life, you know that there's going to be opportunities coming in. You know that there's an opportunity, a new opportunity just around the corner. The word I'm hearing is faith. Spirit loves you for that. With the Six of Wands, I'm hearing that Spirit loves the way you personally celebrate your personal victories. That when something does go as planned or better than expected, that when you achieve something in your personal life, that you take that moment for celebration and the way that you acknowledge yourself, and you are loved for that. Also, pile 3, Spirit loves you because of your understanding of things taking time. You may have a very healthy and cultivated sense of patience. And if you do, congratulations, because that is definitely something I have yet to master. But this is a quality that you possess, and one of the reasons that Spirit loves you, one of the qualities that Spirit loves about you. We have Starlight, Black Shuck, I believe that word is. Two of Challenges, Two of Visions, the White Heart, lots of majors here, and Keeper of Spells. One of the other piles also had this card. I think it was pile 2, but I'm not certain, but I think it was pile 2 also had this card. Okay. So with the Star coming in here for you, pile 3, I see that you rely heavily on your own inner wisdom and inspiration, especially under this Death card, that when you go through an ending during the transitional period, you are able to go within. You are able to pick out inspiration within something very challenging. When something ends, rather than giving up or feeling defeated, even if at times there are moments of feeling defeated, even then you very quickly transform and transmute those challenging energies into an inspiration to heal the situation or to find the next thing that incorporates the healing. Here we have the Death card again. So I feel that you may have gone through many periods of transformation. I feel that in your life you may have many things, many large events in your life that ended, and perhaps more than once you've needed to start over. And Spirit wants to yet again tell you that you possess a quality during those times that Spirit really admires and loves you for. That the way you handle these large, heavy transitional periods is something very special, unique, and skilled. Something that you are skilled at navigating transformations. 2 of Challenges, pile 3. This is probably why you needed a little extra love, because anyone who has had to start over multiple times in their life, or anyone who has had major endings and new beginnings in life, could probably use some extra love. So you are very skilled at navigating those challenging energies, and you are very well loved for it. 2 of Challenges. You are someone, pile 3, who is willing to look at themselves and their actions and see the truth about you, which is something that not everyone is willing to do. That is something very unique and strong and brave about you. You are willing to take a really good look at yourself, see your own personal challenges and strengths, and learn from them. And that is a unique quality that you specifically possess, that Spirit loves about you. With the 2 of Visions, Spirit loves the way that you love. You may have a unique quality about the way you love and nurture and care about others that Spirit wants you to know you are particularly loved for. I'm not surprised that the White Heart with the Fool energy is showing up in your reading, because if you have had to restart things, if you have had to have new beginnings after painful endings, and they don't have to necessarily be painful, but sometimes they are, you have this White Heart Fool energy, meaning that you are willing to start new things anyway, that despite whatever has gone on in your past that potentially didn't work out as you would have preferred, or potentially did not go the long term that you preferred, that you're still willing to try new things, to try and try. I think that this is related, or because of, or intertwined with this Page of Wands energy, your innate desire to explore, expand, have adventures, learn. So you're very able and uniquely capable of starting new ventures. There's Nymphadora meowing. She loves you too. Spirit also loves the way you have a passionate energy for anything within your life that you do. So any new activities, any new relationships, anything that you manifest or call into your life, you do so with this quality of passion that Spirit loves you for. So I'm just moving these cards up to make a little more room for our next topic. Okay, and I do have Nymphadora on my lap, and she's purring. She is in purr factory mode. And hopefully she won't drink my tea. She's trying to drink my tea, guys. Okay. The next topic that we're going to explore for you, pile 3, is what does Spirit want you to know about divine love? So I'm asking this question in the spirit of, are there any lessons for you about divine love, or anything about the topic of divine love that Spirit would like you to know or explore within your life. What does Spirit want Pile 3 to know about the topic of divine love? Let's explore this for Pile 3. Okay. Ace of Cups, beautiful. The Emperor, the Sun, oh my goodness. King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and 3 of Swords. Now I did see the 3 of Swords as I was shuffling. So I did kind of wonder if it was going to come out, and it did. So what Spirit would like you to know about the topic of divine love. First of all, it can increase the love that you have for yourself. Spirit wants you to love yourself as much as Spirit loves you. Try to match the amount of self-love and love that you have for yourself to how much Spirit loves you. Because think of how much Spirit loves you. It's amazing, right? The amount of love Spirit has for us all is completely awe-inspiring. So love yourself that much. If during some times you find that to be challenging, then rely upon the love of Spirit to help get you through those times until your self-love comes back into focus for you. With the Emperor, Spirit wants you to know about the topic of divine love, that divine love is very stable. Spirit is not wishy-washy about if it loves you. Spirit does not need time to think about it. Spirit does not need space to decide how it feels about you. Spirit loves you unconditionally every moment of every day. It's a stable, ever-pervasive love. Spirit wants you to know about divine love, that Spirit is always happy for you. It's always happy about you. That you personally, Pile 3, you personally bring Spirit joy just by living your life. And that is an aspect of divine love. That not only does Spirit love you, but you give back to Spirit. You give joy and love to Spirit every day, every moment. With this King of Pentacles, again, a similar energy to the Emperor, Spirit really, really wants to emphasize that the love of Spirit is a very stable love that can always be relied upon, that is always there for you, that you can always access it, even if you make a mistake, even if you're having trouble loving yourself in a moment, even if you did something that you would have preferred that you didn't do, even if you have a moment of doubt about yourself. The love of Spirit never waxes and wanes. It never ends. It is not wishy-washy. It is there all the time for you. With the 3 of Pentacles, Spirit wants you to know about divine love, that this is something that can be cultivated further. Not that it can love you anymore because Spirit already loves you unconditionally, but that you are capable and you have the opportunity, if you would like to, and if you feel called to work on feeling it more and seeing it work within your life. And on the topic of divine love, Spirit would like you to know that this is one tool that can heal your heart, that you can use or utilize or feel the love of Spirit in such a way that your heart can heal and be whole again. That you are not meant to live your life in a type of heartbreak. That you are meant to live your life rejoicing in the love of Spirit in every moment. So what I'm very much feeling is you going from here to here. You going from this heartbroken place, this challenging, heavy, hurt heart, transmuting into a place of self-love. And that divine love and love of Spirit, love from Spirit, is helping you to do that and will continue to help you to do that. It's beautiful, pile 3. That's absolutely beautiful. So I have one more topic to explore, and then we'll close out your reading. So the last topic we're going to explore is simply asking for any additional information or messages about how Spirit loves you and about divine love. And the reason I like to ask about this topic is because potentially there's something I didn't think of to ask. Potentially there's a topic that I didn't think of to include, but that Spirit would still like you to have the message about. Okay, pile 3, I apologize. I paused the video just really quickly. My dog Molly just needed a moment of attention. She is now settled again. I apologize for any interruption. We are asking for your last topic before we close out your reading, and that is additional messages for you, pile 3, about divine love and how Spirit loves you. Okay, so any additional messages for pile 3? Justice, 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Again, I've had a lot of cards repeat for the piles. As I've gone through the piles, I've had a lot of cards coming out in different decks, which is a very high synchronicity, because we think about how much I shuffle and even using a different deck and that card coming out again. So any cards that have come out again, pay extra attention to, because that's something that Spirit really wants to highlight for you about this topic of divine love. Let me just adjust some of these cards so you can see all of them, hopefully. I know I've had a little bit of tendency to be a little bit crooked in my card placement, so I'll just try to fix that a little bit. Okay, so additional messages for you, pile 3, about divine love and the love of Spirit has for you. We have the Justice card. 2 messages. One is Spirit loves the way you use justice within your life. I feel that you have a high level of desire for justice, and I'm called to remind you that that does not in any way mean revenge. Justice and revenge are not the same thing at all. You have within you a high desire to see the right thing done, for things to be in balance, that you understand what is just in events around you. The other message of additional information for you, pile 3, with the Justice card, is that Spirit wants this for you too. Spirit Spirit always sees the way that others have potentially acted unbalanced toward you, that any situation in which you did not receive justice, that Spirit also wants that to balance out for you. Additional information for you, Pile 3, about divine love is that Spirit wants to bring you all the good things in life. Spirit has a high desire to show you all the good life has to offer, and it's trying to bring those things into you. So as much as you can allow that good things to happen to you is as much as Spirit wants to bring it to you. I feel called to notice that this is the ship coming to shore. Now, traditionally, one phrase that is used for the Three of Wands is waiting for your ship to come in. So waiting, like you've put in the work, or you've begun the process, and now you're waiting for those results. But in this card, in this deck, in this situation, I feel that Spirit has this boat loaded up with blessings and love for you, and it's rushing towards you, and all you need to do is accept it. If for some reason you thought that Spirit is withholding anything good, work on that belief. Work on changing that belief, because additional information from Spirit to you about divine love is that Spirit does love you, and it always wants to give you the best available. Again, with the Three of Pentacles, emphasizing to, if you feel called to, do some work on recognizing, feeling, and allowing the love of Spirit into your life. That may look like addressing some beliefs that you have about the topic of divine love. That may mean addressing some beliefs on the topic of Spirit loving you. That may mean addressing beliefs that Spirit would withhold good things from you for any reason. We have the Magician card here. Spirit loves both the way that you manifest, and also Spirit would like it if you manifested more frequently and more things. So a message of go ahead and dream big. Go ahead and have goals. You have the tools and power within you to create beautiful things within your life. Two of Pentacles, creating balance. So we do have the Justice card here, which is different, but a few of shared qualities, especially in the way of keeping things in balance. Okay, the message that I'm getting for this Two of Pentacles in particular is that Spirit wants you to know that its love for you is a balanced love. It will always seek to be in balance, to be a healthy love that can be relied upon. And with the Two of Wands card for you, Pile 3, additional information. Again, I'm seeing walk towards your passion. Don't be afraid to walk towards your desires, to explore your desires, to realize that you can bring them into your life. Okay, Pile 3, this was your reading. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this reading, found it helpful or insightful, please hit the like button. Mention in comments if this reading resonated for you. And if you would like, hit the subscribe button and be notified of future readings. Thank you so much.